All right, how we doing today, ladies and gentlemen? So this video is going to be based on how I may feel about the lack of stimulus, okay, and how it's affecting Las Vegas. This is my opinion for what I see from riding in the streets. First of all, I'd like to say, hope everybody's being safe and doing well out there, okay? As we're approaching this flu season. So, I don't know what's going on in Congress and so forth, all right, where there's a reason why they're doing this, why they walked out on having a $600 a month stimulus in addition to a $1,200 check. But I believe that it has affected Vegas, not for probably the top people, okay, the top, what they call 1.5% of the world sector, okay, that people that can afford to go regardless. But I do think that it has affected the masses. And then on top of that, okay, we have no shows, we have no adult or night entertainment, sports, okay, and no conventions. However, I do believe like Fridays, Saturdays, nights, okay, maybe Thursday nights, for it to be a lack of those events, that we are getting a nice crowd. I'm almost willing to say, from my research, we're probably getting like 30, maybe a 40%, 45%, let's just say 50%, all right, capacity in the casinos that are open, like probably like Friday, Saturday night, especially Saturday night, because the strip is packed. Probably during the week, you might get what, 15%, I'm thinking. Okay, and then that'll increase once you get to Thursday night. Maybe it might go up to about 20 or 25. But you believe me, probably after Sunday, okay, when it's checkout, probably Sunday afternoon, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and up until Thursday, it's probably going to be maybe 15% max. Okay, so I just think that that's how it's affected. Okay, but people are still coming. All right, I don't think that it's affected the tourism all that much, but I think with the middle class doing it without, they're probably just looking at survival as opposed to going to Las Vegas. I'm on the road here. I'm not up here in the Northeast. I'm doing the delivery, so I got a couple of gigs that I do and all that. So, but it does make a difference, because I believe that with the stimulus, or before the shutdown, March 22nd, okay, it probably could have been a 35%, maybe 30, I'll say 30 of the masses. And then with the convention, that fills up the rest. Maybe like gets it up to about maybe 65, maybe 70% or higher. Okay, let's say if you have the events like the CES, or you have the Concrete World, SEMA, a few others I can't really think about, or on the top of my head right now, okay, but those conventions that have over 100,000 people, okay, Magic Show, World Market and all that. I've done all those conventions where I did lift, so yeah, I understood that stuff with Clockwork, okay, but I don't think that Vegas can be a weekend town for long. All right, so they have to get those conventions back at a certain point. I believe it's probably going to be like February, March, or maybe they may roll back on that. Like, say for instance, the SEMA, they haven't decided if they're going to come out here yet, the Cowboy Christmas, but it's probably going to be different. And I believe that with the casinos, from what I understand, they cost tens of millions of dollars, like the Mandalay Bay, or let's say the Caesars, to operate, Planet Hollywood and all that. they're losing too much money. So I'm thinking something's going to give. I was watching some other channels and I put a comment and I ended up getting some bad press off that, to saying that I believe that a lot of this is probably going to fizz out probably by November 15th, like after the election, okay? And this doesn't have anything to do with politics, okay? But more so about numbers, okay? And it may be to a point to where I think more people will feel comfortable with traveling, okay? Let's just say like by Thanksgiving, I'm predicting that masks may be optional, although I do believe that we'll probably be in mask for a minute. We may be, let's just say for another year. That's going to be depending on the discretion of the business. Like if you go to Walmart, you go to one of these casinos and stuff like that, and they're looking at also smoking, okay, cutting out smoking in some of these casinos, or to maybe have a special room, and that's going to be kind of very difficult to, I don't know, to figure out the logistics of that, unless they're probably going to open up the new casinos and they're just going to just say no smoking at all. Let's say, for instance, the Circa, and that'll be open, from what I understand, like October 29th, and I'm going to do a segment on that probably soon after it opens. I think their signs are getting better. On a more positive note, they're going to open up the Park MGM. Actually, the Tropicana is supposed to open today, okay? Today's the 17th September. What else are they going to open? The Cromwell is supposed to be opening, projected date October 3rd. And there's one more, I can't think of it. Let's see. Oh, Planet Hollywood. Supposed to open at the end of the month. So you got one that's opening today and 3 at the end of the month, okay? And then the Circa is going to open on the 29th. So I can't see this alleged shutdown happening. All right, and that's one of the signs. Hey, it's like, hey, Las Vegas or the state of Nevada are losing too much money. When I had my own little restaurant here, and when I was going through my little training of running a business in the state of Nevada, they were saying that at that time, this was like 2014, 15, that the state, just for taxes alone for casinos and stuff like that, they make like $1 billion a year. So I'm pretty sure it's probably more than that now that we've, before we had the shutdown, maybe like 1.2, 1.3. So the state's revenue, okay, they are highly dependent on those taxes from those casinos, from gaming and all that different stuff, sales tax from, like, you know, food and different paraphernalia that you buy from these casinos and so forth, shows, all of that. So I think the lack of stimulus has affected Las Vegas in ways, but I believe that, once again, that no conventions, the lack of shows, clubs, and all that stuff has also put a damper on that too. Let's just say the night entertainment, okay, or shows. People come out to Las Vegas and pay top dollars just for the shows. Or if you get a prominent celebrity or entertainer, okay, in one of these clubs, say for instance like 50 Cent, or maybe, I don't know, that what's her name, Lori Devanto, or Britney Spears, okay, even like David Copperfield. People will come out here just to pay top dollar to see those shows. So that puts a black eye in that. Okay, the CES, for instance, is canceled for next year, but that's like a $500 million gig. So just imagine all that money that the state is losing. Okay, and that's the biggest. All right, so I was cut off. I'm sorry about that. I was trying to see about something because I had the delivery. But back to what I was saying about the CES. The CES is the biggest convention of the year. It starts around, like, let's just say January the 3rd to about the 6th or 7th, all right? 200,000 people, well over 200,000, okay? Let alone the gun show and a lot of other spin-off stuff that they do surrounding that. But I don't think I need to really get so long-winded, all right? I do believe that Congress is going to work out a deal, all right? I think that it's going to probably be tied in this so-called vaccine that they're going to have by November 1st, or the government is pushing for, okay? I believe the stimulus, from what I understand, and this is just the way that I feel about it, based on my interpretation or my thoughts, are probably going to start being passed out or dispersed probably right around the 27th November. That's right around like the Black Friday, okay? 27, 28, that weekend. All right, in time for the shop for the holidays and so forth. Okay, and I think once that happens, then they'll start to be, things are. I think you'll have a better turnout, and when they start getting these conventions again, which I'm thinking March, maybe February, maybe, then things will get better. As far as in recovery, it's going to take a minute for recovery before things crash again in a few years. And I believe the shows might start coming along in the late spring. So I guess we have to go through what we have to go through for a reason there, folks. So work on other areas in your life. I think if you come here and if you don't find what you're looking for, you may have to consider other areas, okay? Other hobbies, like they have parks like the Hoover Dam and Mount Charleston. That's especially if you like to ski up there in the Northwest, up there headed towards Reno. They got cabins up there, like around the right past Henderson, the Hoover Dam. They have Lake Mead out there where you can do, water skiing, sailboating and stuff like that, okay? The Lake Las Vegas. They have other stuff that you can do, other hobbies and stuff like that, like clubbing and shows, okay? You may have to consider other avenues, like they're doing more of that like in the South, like if you go to like Atlanta or like Jacksonville, Tennessee, those places, okay? So yeah, I really don't see the big deal about it. I believe they're probably going to bring that stuff, some of that stuff back, probably like late November, December. They may like do test runs of it, and like probably like around, I don't know, Thanksgiving, maybe like Veterans Day or something, like Veterans Day weekend. Shout out to all the veterans and service members. All right, I'm a vet myself. So that's it on that. For now, I think if I have any other ideas or thoughts, I may make another video on that. But if you like this video, feel free to subscribe, leave your comments, likes, and shares, and check out some of the other videos. All right, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen.